Hey, what's up, guys? This is Trank Selections here. Welcome back to another episode for you guys store today. Back on the Acela, we're going from Washington to Boston, aka Trenton to New York Penn Station on Amtrak's 2168. We'll begin here momentarily. I'm just trying to eat the rest of my Chick-fil-A before I go into work tonight. We're going to work in about like 3.5 hours, something like that, maybe 3 hours now. So, without further ado, let's begin. See, we are number 2001 today. Take a look outside on this cold February day. Oh, looks good. Pantograph looks good. Shaw looks good. First class looks pretty good. I don't think you get in this way, right? No, you can't. Yeah, do not enter. But we are authorized personnel, though. Alright, cool. And I'm surprised these screens don't work either, so. That's right, let's board our flagship Pride and Joy, the Acela. Alright, tilting is enabled, timetable on, max. Everything else looks good. Lock the doors. Got a limited clear, departing Trenton Track 1, next stop Metropark. So stopping at Metropark, Newark, and New York. Clear, 110. Still got 45 though. And we are clear, so let's go ahead and go to 110. Here's our Pride and Joy, aka America's flagship. Clear, 135. The order goes off every, like, I don't know, like 25 seconds is what I counted. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna count the whatchamacallit, the time alert. There's 13, 15 seconds. Oh, sorry, here's 20 seconds. 20, 21. 26 seconds. Actually, what I'll do is I'm going to move my camera real fast over yonder, so HUD layout. Let's see, camera will move me over here. There we go. Now I can see everything. Man, look at the colors from that sun. Absolutely, cannot speak today. Absolutely marvelous. Oh, we don't want to contact anybody. We good. Alright, here's 150 right here. Maxed out our cruise control. So, why am I using cruise control? Well, I'm using cruise control because it actually helps maintain your speed. It's essentially like using your cruise control in your car, right? Where you have a certain speed, you set your cruise control, right? So, but what's cool about this cruise control is that's how you use dynamic brakes as well. So, when you pull back on cruise control, you're also pulling back on dynamics. And I'll demonstrate here once we have to slow down to 135, I believe, coming up. I'm about 3 miles now. Yeah, we're just racking up points, aren't we? So, fun fact, most of you guys know, but for those of you who don't, the reason why they raised the speed limit between Hamilton and I believe it's like Jersey Avenue is because that's the section they use for testing trains at high speed. That's where you use to test the Acelas. One train set is able to do 170 miles an hour. They pretty much released the full... what is it? They basically unleashed the beast is what it is. And so they wanted to really push the test limits of the Acela. And that's exactly what they did. So here we go. In about 2.25 miles, we go 145. And so I'll pull back on the cruise control to 145 in a minute. And you'll be able to watch the dynamic brakes kick on. So actually, we'll go ahead and do that when we get to 1.5 miles. There we go. So we'll go ahead and start pulling back now. So watch what happens. So now we're drawing dynamics by itself until we hit 145. And so now we are under 145, so we're going to draw power. So that's our lead, and then that's our trailing power. So 2001, 2003, I believe. 2003. And that's how it works. So even if I set the throttle to whatever amount of power and force that I want, it's still dynamics is not dynamics. Well, cruise control is going to pretty much take over. So what I've noticed for train sim world is that you can actually change the amount of force of using dynamic brakes. So of course we're at max effort for a throttle, so that's also max effort for dynamic brakes. Now if we go into dynamic braking, so actually, yeah, see that coming. I know. We're in suppression. Well, that was a horrible demonstration. So now we go 130, so set our cruise control to 130. Actually, this is a good demonstration. So even if I set my throttle, see if I give it like 42%, right? It's still drawing full power. Or drawing its full, yeah, it's drawing its maximum power. But if I go full throttle, it's still drawing where it's drawing to get to 130. And it didn't change as much. The only time it changed is because it's maintaining 130. So now we can go 145. And so here's another good demonstrator. So now we're drawing power, right? 17 effort, 18 now. So if I give it less effort, as you can see, it really didn't do anything. So if I go to, even if I go to ready, it's still drawing that effort. And you can see that difference there. So I don't know if the Acelas do that in real life or if that's just the game how it works. But if you use dynamic braking, and once we see the next speed limit, which should be 125, I'll go ahead and do it early so I can demonstrate what I'm talking about, so you guys know how to operate the Acelas. Because a lot of people are actually messaging me on Facebook Messenger about how to operate the Acela. So I'm still learning myself. I've been a big advocate for the Acela for a long time. So, alright, here's 130. So we'll go ahead and reduce to 130, but I'm going to reduce the traction effort. So see, I reduce the traction effort and reduces the amount of power drawn. Now if I go full power for dynamics, for example, now we're drawing full dynamics to slow us down to 135. But if I go to like 70% traction effort, and it looks like it didn't really do much. Etc. And for our cap signals, which you can actually see here, once we get close enough, it'll actually start counting down access. There it goes. If you go above that, you'll see time to penalty, which we did earlier. So, if it started time to go until it gave us a penalty, that's when we went to suppression mode. And so hey, just so you know, you're at 130 now. And we go back up to 145. And so again, if you're overspeed or your cab signal changed like ours did, we went from clear 150 to clear 125. That's actually a cab signal reduction. What you want to do is take the following steps. So first thing you want to do is you want to go in suppression, right? If your cab signal drops, your speed drops, and you're about to go over speed for any reason, the first thing you got to do is go into suppression on the air brakes. And then you want to cut out your power. Instead of putting it on ready, you want to go off. And then set your, once you get under, then set your cruise control for whatever speed. So our speed was set for 125, so we do 125. And now we're on ATC mode, which is the reason why we slow down. So let us know that our maximum authorized speed was because of ATC at first, because we went from clear 50 to clear 125. Which, again, yes, it is a cab signal reduction. You know, still a clear signal, it's still a clear cab signal. Because, yes, we're proceeding on signal indication. And we're also proceeding on cab signal indication, too. Yep, there we go. approach medium. So, accept suppression, acknowledge, cut the power, reduce cruise control. So it looks like we have an approach medium. Oh, it's flashing, so approach limited, but approach medium in the cab. So we'll maintain suppression, so see, we're okay, we're not in penalty. Now, if we did not react in time, then it'll put us into a penalty application brake, which we're not. So as long as you go in suppression, you'll be okay, and cut your power too. So you can see in this box here, we're not going to be able to draw any power because the brakes are locking it. But if you actually, like I said, the brakes will lock your power. In the game at least. I don't know if it does in real life. Probably does. It says we're over speed, so as soon as overspeed clears, then you can release your brakes. Let your brakes fully release. And then your throttle is cleared, and then go ahead and get some power. And then let's maintain 45. Well, this is because we are crossing over from Metropark, which, again, we're not even going to be there for 6 miles, and we had a clear signal, and we got another clear signal coming up. So 9 out of 10 times you're either following somebody, cab signals are going wonky, or you are in fact crossing over. So we just went over another cab signal. Oh, pantograph, what's up with that? Man, that's a lot of Northeast regionals we passed. We've passed 2 New Jersey transits and 3 regionals already. Okay, so our signal right here is a clear. It's a clear. Well, we go under it. Still registers as approach medium. So, if anything, that should be a cab speed. Right, cab speed 80, cab speed 60, then approach approach limited, then limited clear. Should be, in my opinion, that should be the signal progression, but I'm not too fully sure if that makes sense. Like, we have 5 miles to get to Metropark, so I say 4.5 miles is when we're doing our crossover. Now, if that's how it is on the Northeast corridor, then you know, that's, I don't know what to say about that. Because I never operated in the Northeast corridor. I never worked for Amtrak, or, you know, I'm not an expert on cab signaling. This is just the knowledge that I've retained over years of just basic rail fanning, talking to my buddies who are Amtrak employees, and then of course from you guys who have family with Amtrak, etc. So we get full power, so if we need to slow down anymore, in case we are following somebody. Well, of course, if we were following somebody, then we watch our signals drop, but we have approach medium in the cab. At 45, then we had a clear signal, so. See, that's another clear signal. With that buzzer and that bar you see where it says alerter, that's not anything to do with the cab related. Like, for signaling wise, that's for that's making sure that that you're awake, that the system is recognizing that once you acknowledge an alert, it's like, hey, are you awake? You're still with me? Because I haven't touched the control in a certain amount of time. Usually it's 60 seconds, but for here it seems to be like every 26 seconds the alert goes off. So if I don't touch the control, like I'll try to touch the throttle when it goes off again, see if it does anything. See, that could have been cab speed, and then this next signal could have been your approach medium. Okay, let's see if we. Okay, so yeah, if you touch the control within like 60 seconds, or in this case 26 seconds, then your alert won't go off. Because I'm not touching the control and I'm letting cruise control do its thing. I'm not touching anything. So see, we're going down a hill. At 45 is drawing some dynamic. The train is recognizing that we were about to speed, and that we were going to do all that. Let's see if we can I guess we can't do anything like that. Okay, so that single beep is letting you know that the track speed has changed itself. In the old cap signals, you would have your ADU, your automatic display unit. See, there's our approach limited right there. So with that, oh, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so the old cap signals, they will have your ADU, your automatic display unit, and that will display an actual like picture of a signal. Then you have your signal status like your N, 80, 60, L, M, R, S, which by the way they don't work in this cap signal, but they're supposed to. So what they mean, N is normal signal. 80 is cap speed 80, 60 is cap speed 60, L is limited speed, M is medium speed, R is restricted speed, and S is stop. So that's what it means for those of you who didn't know. And then it would actually, on the old cap signals, it would display that as well. I believe that's really for like Metro North, if I'm not mistaken. Like those, I mean they do apply to like any cap signals generally, but I think those specifically apply to like Metro North. Because you're not going to see like approach medium, cap speed, or anything like that in Metro North. You're going to have those symbols. If I'm not mistaken. Again, I'm not an expert. That's just based on the knowledge that I've obtained. I'm not saying I'm right or follow what I'm saying. I'm just trying to explain what I know. So people are like, oh, you think you're an expert just because you work for Norfolk Southern? No, I don't. It's because when I worked for Norfolk Southern, I was only qualified for Norfolk Southern, and I wasn't even qualified for Conrail signals. I was qualified for Norfolk Southern and Norfolk Western. Alright, Metropark is coming up in a mile and a half. We have another approach limited. So anything that flashes on the Northeast Corridor, I believe that's limited. Anything that's stationary is medium, if I'm not mistaken. So again, every signal aspect is different for whatever territory you're on. So like on Norfolk Southern, we only had one flashing signal, and that was red over flashing yellow over red, or red over flashing yellow. That was it approach restrict? Like if it was just flashing yellow, that's approach restricted. Proceed prepared to pass the next signal restricted speed. Or is it the second signal? It's been such a long time. I think it's the second signal, because your next one would be approach. No, what would it be? No, I think it's approach approach restricting. Approach the next signal to restricted speed. Yeah, no, I was right. And then red over flashing yellow, I believe, is diverging approach restricted. Alright, here's our limited clear. So we'll go ahead and take cruise control down to 30, and we'll cut some of that dynamic braking so we don't have too much braking force, because I want to approach that platform about 35. Actually, we'll go put our cruise control to slow 3. Alright, we'll draw some more dynamics. Oh, we're super early anyways, so. just like that. And then we'll actually cut our cruise control because I don't want to wheel slip as much. So what time is it? 2:15. We're supposed to be there. So are we late then? Maybe we are late. It looks like they gotta wait on us. So let's see if we can make up some time going to Newark Penn Station. Looks like we're crossing over tracks. Shouldn't have any issues with the signaling unless we're going to follow somebody or unless there's a track occupied. But of course, with cab signal, there's only so much I can do. Limited clear. Deuces. So we'll set that to 45. Got it clear. Alright, throw some sand down and then we'll go ahead and set our cruise control to 110. Yeah, see, we're wheel slipping, but even if I reduce the power with the cruise control, it's not going to do anything. It's just going to make the power go up more, which is kind of weird. But you can control the dynamics, how much you have on it, but you can't control how much power you give to avoid a wheel slip. That's why I was holding down the sand button. But as you can see, even with the sand button held down, it didn't do anything. So you're supposed to throttle up and then set your cruise control. But if you start setting your cruise control as you throttle up to speed, then it cuts off your power, goes in dynamics, and then you do that. So that's kind of confusing. I guess I just need to learn the mastery work of that. That's okay. That's what we're here to learn for. See, I have to go and work at 11 o'clock tonight. It's 8 o'clock, 8:17 actually. So I'm feeling a little bit better. Especially that I've been sick for the last couple of days. My girlfriend, she's very sick right now. I think she's got COVID. She can't taste anything, but she can smell. And her fever was at 100.3 last night. Today it's 103. So she's trying to do a math test right now. She's not doing too good. Clear. Annoying. But for safety reasons. Remember, railroad, you must think safety, always. So a lot of people don't use the HUDs. When they're playing Train Simulator because they want to be professional, they want to try to get the professionality, which I completely understand. I like to do that too, but what's great about the HUDs is that it lets me learn about the terrain. I know how to read my brakes and power, of course. I know how to do that. I can see what power I'm drawing, etc. And then if I'm like outside, I can see what my speed is. Even though I got my ATC and stuff on, stuff like I'm outside, my cab signal drops. I'm not going to know. You can hear some things outside, but not always. I love the way that pantograph moves. Those of you who didn't know, that's the horn right there. K5 LA hybrid. Definitely love the detailing on that. Look at the way that pantograph moves. I just love that. So we got 80 coming up in about a mile and a half, and then our cab speed will start dropping. So I went ahead and put her in dynamics. Yep, there she goes. She's dropping now. So hopefully we get to 80 in time. We should be able to. I'm gonna have to put some brakes on. Alright, so we have surpassed it, so we are over speed, technically, so we'll go ahead and cut our dynamics out. Yes, I know. Damn it, can you, FBI agent, can you not listen to my conversation right now, please?
Well, there you go.
Oh, there you go. The FBI is listening to me once again. Alright, I was not able to release the brakes. Alright, come on. Can you not listen to my conversations while I'm trying to do a video? Well, there you go. Thanks, Jimmy, or whatever the FBI's name is. Watch my conversations. You're not gonna get me today, Papa. Clear 85. Oh, too much. Back to 110. Oh, so by the way, instead of holding using your, I mean, I use mouse and keyboard, as you guys can see, but if you guys want to use your cruise control and not know what the commands are, R is to increase the speed, F is to decrease the speed, and that's for cruise control on the Acelas only. Of course, A is to accelerate your throttle, D is to decelerate your throttle, and then W is for the reverser to go forward, and S is for reverser to go back. And then X is your stand, Z is your cut in, cut out. We got 70 coming up. Trying to use full dynamics. Probably to put some bricks down. There you go. The cab signal's starting to come down. And we are at 70. Boom, we did it. Way before the maximum authorized speed gets to where we're at. You can see that's the cab signal speed, by the way, and that's your track speed. So that will match that here once we get down to 70. Which this hits 70, we get the track speed. Then we do that. Nope, and then we have approach medium. Suppression. Acknowledge. Cut power. Adjust cruise control. And then wait until your overspeed buzzer is gone. Like now, then you can release. So that suppression bar lets you. It's letting you know that that the train is confirmed suppression. So that's what will acknowledge your cab signal. Otherwise, it will give you a white bar if you don't make it. to like a certain point. Like if your time to penalty, like if you have reached the time to penalty, right? So like down below when our cab signal dropped, it gave us a countdown to when the train go to a penalty application break. That gives you the time to comply with instructions with that. Which I know that's something you guys have been noticing, so. If I lower it, then like this, you'll be able to see the time to penalty. And watch this over here to the right once we go above a certain speed. So it's going to count down from 35, and I'll let you guys watch. So we won't slow down quite yet. Because time to penalty should come up. We had approach limited, so this is a limited clear. It looks like it is. Yes, it is. Alright, so I'm going to bring it down to 35. And maybe our maximum authorized speed will start counting in a second. There it goes. So it'll probably beat us. So 41, 40. Nope, we beat it. Okay, never mind. Clear. So we're using our dynamics to slow down right now. Someone did mention that the dynamics are supposed to cut out in real life at 23 miles an hour in case you hit a dead section and in case you hit a dead section and you go up a hill, you're not going to stall. So we'll cut everything out. Cut that out. Unlock the doors. 27. So looks like we did make up time. Let's see. We don't have to depart till 4:29. It's 4:27. So yeah, I think we made it. So headlight to dim. We blinded everybody. We blinded a lot of people today. I'm still a new engineer. Sorry. Let's go out and take a look. I mean, I know we were looking at everything already. Just hit my head. I hit myself in the head with a pinch point. So there's actually a way to undo the nose here, so. How, you may ask? I have no idea. Alright, so let's go ahead and get back in. Climb up. Close that door. I said close that door. Close the door so it's not too loud. Oh, our partners come up right behind us. Lock the doors. Alright, here we go. going for the bridge. Alright, so we'll set this to 45. Set 45, please, thank you. I am trying to get rail driver at some points. There's not anytime soon. I was supposed to get one, but I got laid off from my last job, as you guys know, so tight on cash to get things I would like. But hopefully this new job, as I explained in my last video, I'll be able to afford one here soon. Dude, there's our wheel slip. Wheel slip, yes. So that's your status. That's your friction brakes, which everything's released. Parking brakes released. Pantograph directions, and then which that's forward. That's rear. Doors, they are closed and locked. No wheel slip, and authorization level 1, which I'm not too sure what that is. So that's where we go uphill. It's going to give us some power since we are cruise on the 60. Should be 90 here momentarily. Actually, right here should be 90. Never mind, we got a cap speed 60, so we might be following somebody behind. Oh, there's somebody coming. But we got to clear though, so. Yet the cab signals strike again. Actually, once I assume these signals, I'm gonna pull up Newark. Let's pull up the Newark chart. That's an ad. I don't want an ad. I want Newark. Oh, we were clear 90 the whole time. Actually, we'll go up to 75. Put on some sand. There we go. I'm alive. Okay, see how it's beeping like that? Then we're down to cap signal 60. So it didn't do the timer penalty, so maybe that's just for cap signal change. But I know it's supposed to be for whatchamacallit. It's supposed to be for like everything. If you're like over speed or it looks like you're about to be over speed, it'll give you a countdown. There we go, 90. Clear. Alright, we'll reduce speed to 75. So we're a mile out. Wisdom tooth hurts. It's this one. This one's starting to come in. My bottom right. So we'll start slowing down to 60. One comes in, the other comes out. You can see how a pantograph just right as we hit the tunnel. I'm pretty sure that will cause catenary damage if a pantograph is forced to lower that much, but I'm not too sure. I've only watched Extreme Trains, the Acela version, like, I don't know, like 5 times ever. Which, that's a cool show, by the way. I enjoyed it. I learned a lot from that, as well as when Matt does the, when Matt Bow does the Extreme Trains series, which you can find for free on YouTube. They're really cool, though. I enjoyed every one of them. So the Acela is my favorite, because I think I learned the most about that. And, of course, the Norfolk Southern long haul coal. So... Oh. Yeah, so the time penalty's not coming on, so I'm not sure why. Okay, so that's a flashing green up top. So what is that? Is that... I don't know if that's a dwarf signal, though, because if it is, that would be a limited clear. Why is that coming up as an approach? Unless there really is, like, a medium clear. It says it's a limited clear. One of these buttons are the locking mechanism. And restricting. Restricting 20. Looking at proceed. Prepare to stop within half the visual distance. Third rail power, anybody? Is there if you need it. Alright, so for the remainder of the way, looks like it's what, 4:39. We're due by 4:45 p.m. Simulator time. What, 20 miles an hour? We got, what, a mile to go? Yeah, so that's a dwarf signal, which I don't think it is a dwarf signal. I think it's a... Because even that was a dwarf signal. Like, if it's like 2 bottom ones, it would be flashing green over flashing green. Or if you have the old Pensy style dwarf signal, which is like the big square box one, That's showing just one green flashing indicate, one vertical flashing indication. My chicken! Timmy Turner, why did you eat my chicken? Maybe it's because you were filling up, parents. I don't know, people say I look like Mr. Crocker from Fairly Odd Parents, and then a lot of people say I look like Jeffrey Dahmer. I think it's just because of the glasses, so. Oh, I was on dim the entire time. Oops. 15 miles an hour, restricting speed, looking out. And keep some effort just because. Turn off our ditch lights. 42, so we'll make a good stop on time. Why am I on the wrong track? I'm supposed to go on track 9. That was very stupid. Okay. Let's switch us out of service or something. Was on him. I want to get right on 1. Damn it. 2. Oh yeah, so it looks like the last car barely made it. That's interesting. Alright, so we'll cut off that. Turn on our cab light, which looks like it works now, finally, maybe. That's LED. Do that. Oh, looks like it's already done for us. Alright, so let's look at everything. Our stopping accuracy at Metropark was 1.76 yards, and then we were about 4 yards doing that. So it looks like we were, let's see, got to Metropark 2 minutes late, cab signals, and then we got to Newark 1 minute early, and we actually got to Penn Station at 2 minutes early. So yeah, that was great. And we got a total score of 10,248 points. That's not bad at all. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to cut this video short here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you see, go ahead and leave a like. And then if you got any comments, questions, concerns, or any informational feedback that you have for me, if any of the questions I've asked to help me understand these things better, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Or if you want to tell your stories, if you are an ex-railroader yourself, go ahead and leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear all your stories and all your opinions out on the railroad. And as always, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, which shows me that you want more content created, and I'll always subscribe back. Till the next time, guys, this is Tractor Douglas. We'll catch you in the next video. See ya. Deuces. Have a good evening. And be safe, please. Please. And don't smoke, kids.